just saw a man older than me, maybe, hey, and he had 60 pounds in his ruck. First day he's rucking with, and I was like, 60 pounds is probably not where I would have started, but I'm feeling great. I did not get my ruck in yesterday, if you saw that, and that's okay. Life, family, you know, sometimes 40s just get in the way, or they change. But I was out here. Usually I swim earlier than this. This is Milburn Park, my neighborhood city park, and they have a 1 mile track around here. And there's this gentleman, he's got a ruck on, sand ruck. I was like, that's a lot of weight he's carrying. So I stopped, I chatted with him. He didn't even really realize that it's called a ruck. You know, not that I guess you have to call him a ruck, but my point is, he was just like, hey, I need a weighted vest. I need to do something. He feels that he's about 50 to 60 pounds overweight, and that, you know, I don't know his full story. But anyway, I rolled down, I went down, and I talked to him, and he wound up wanting to talk to me, and we exchanged numbers. But my point is, being open to new experiences in this world. You know, there's people right around you, right, that probably are looking for the same type of thing you were doing back in the old day, like talk to your neighbors. So there he is right here. I just talking to my GoPro. Well, I got interrupted from talking with you because my friend Mark, who I was talking about, drove up and after his ruck and wanted to chit chat. We're going to have lunch. He lives about 2-3 miles from me, and we're going to talk nutrition, and he really wants to get 50-60 pounds off him, and he needs some accountability. And as you've seen, I'm out here doing my thing, and maybe he and I can hold each other accountable and get it done, and be friends and be workout buddies and all the rest. So my point to you is, you know, going back to quote unquote being open to new experiences, just being open to new experiences to people around you. You know, the internet is a very powerful tool, no doubt, for learning. But at the end of the day, you need a community. You need and just sometimes the internet is not a good enough community. It's not authentic enough. It's not real enough. Cal Newport is an author and productivity kind of person. And he talks about investing non-trivial time. I'm gonna do a separate video on this at some point, remind myself. You gotta invest in your community. What kind of moves the needle is investing non-trivial time. What does non-trivial time mean? In his mind, something where you're self-sacrificing a little bit of time that you could do for someone else. Like when my neighbor calls me and says, I have a pickup truck. He's like, hey, my wife just bought this new couch. Can you help me move it? You know, the answer is yes. He's my neighbor. He's great. We've been friends for years. And, you know, I probably had something else I was going to do for that hour. But I'm investing a little bit of time into my neighbor's life. And I'm not looking for attaboys. My point is that is what creates the bond, right? So when you're on the internet and you have a community, it's not the same non-trivial time. There's not that same connection that's always made. Is there some connection made? Absolutely, but it's not as real. So what I'm trying to do as I'm lecturing you is, if you're on this journey, be open as you go to new places to do your workouts, and as you're walking and as you're thinking. Just talk to people. People are probably struggling like you are and have common goals and things, and maybe it's not exactly the same, but it could be in the close enough ballpark for you to find someone to help motivate you, right? So that's my message for today. Leaving the pool. I've got a busy day at work. I've got to do an upper body routine. It is 9 o'clock in the a.m. I've got to do an upper routine at 4, maybe 5. And then I'm going to do a 30-minute ruck, which I did not do yesterday, so I cannot miss twice. And then I've got to meet my wife this afternoon, just for a little, you know, a little personal time with the wife. You know, we got an event this week, and we're gonna look. She wants to get something new to wear and look pretty, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with her. So that's what we're doing. That's what my day is set up like, and it is the 11th of May, a Wednesday. I'm looking forward to giving you my report back on Sunday. Report back videos coming out on Sundays. Talk to you soon. So this is what they look like when they came out of the can, right? I'm gonna read this to you here in a second. And put a little olive oil on it. Sardines are definitely an acquired taste, but if you like tuna fish, you can probably get away with eating sardines. The problem is, you don't probably like looking at the little fishies. But for omega-3s and everything else that's in here, they are. Beef's a superfood, and in the carnivore space, and everybody's talking about how important beef is, which it is. The mighty sardine can just so improve your health. So let's take a few bites. I'm gonna give you a taste test, and we're going to read the back of this. I'm gonna give you a quick little. Let's get the first. So what I do is, I like to break them up so I don't have to look at the fish, and then that way I reincorporate the oil into the fish to make more like a paste. And yes, would eating a cracker or a piece of toast be better? Sure, but then you have them carbs. Rich. Wow, that is rich. Portuguese sardines are the most sought after in the world. They are true pilchards type of fish. So obviously sardines is a broad category, and there are different species, or there are different types of fish, bristlings, pilchards, etc. They are never smoked with a deep flavor and slightly softened by the olive oil. They melt in your mouth, they do, and they're tender. They're delicious in a dish or a pasta, which I can believe, or a slice of crusty bread, which would be good too, topped with some good olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, which I should have done, or a twist of black pepper, and just a pinch of sea salt. I'm gonna go get my tea. I'm actually gonna put a little pepper on this. All right, I'm working out without my shirt on so that there's something called facing reality that I believe in, and that is two things. Deal with the fact that I'm overweight so I can make a change. When you face the dragon, this fucking belly is my dragon. It helps motivate me. Plus, for anybody that cares, you'll see, hopefully, progress over time when I'm working out and I'm fat versus working out when I'm buff. But we're gonna do a little upper routine, and so I can't do a pull-up, so I'm doing things called progression, meaning the first thing is a scapula pull. So I'm hanging from the bar, step one. Step two is, can you elevate yourself even a little bit to work on your scapula to help give that lift, right? I'm pointing my toes, and I'm trying to put myself in something called a hollow body pose. You can look that up, but that's where you tighten the core. So I'm trying to have good form as I do that. Is what they call a negative. So I'm going to start trying to hold on to the bar from the up position and then do a controlled descent, holding each position as long as I can. It's a little harder than it looks.
8:16 in the PM. It's been a good day. Been almost 12 hours since I swam, right? And I met a friend today. Mark and I are gonna meet up in the morning and kind of hold each other accountable. He just got a rucksack, ruck bag, ruck vest, whatever you want, weighted vest. And yesterday or today was his first day using it, from my understanding. And he's committed to 30 days in a row of walking an hour with it. And I'll probably put him on the mic, let him tell his story and document the process a little bit too. But for him, but seems like a really nice guy. We're within the same age. We're about the same poundage over, right? Trying to get below 200. So see what happens. Hope you're doing well. I'm just doing a walk and talk to kind of wrap up the day. Not much to say. I ate on plan today. I had one breakdown and had a tortilla just because it was in the fridge. And but just like yesterday, I did my upper, I did my walk, but I've got to stop eating shit. I saw something, read something today that sugar, which I do believe this, is basically like a drug. It activates the dopamine receptors. It's addictive in its nature. Does that necessarily make it all bad? Not necessarily, because we can use it for fuel, etc. But it has been weaponized. It's a strong word, I realize, but the food industry has weaponized it against us. Just as I believe that when you walk into Las Vegas casino, they have weaponized all of the airflow and the sounds and the smells and the sensation of gambling to their advantage. And I think the food industry does the same thing. So there you go. There you go. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
So, cyclists out on the road. I think I'll cut it there. Hope you're doing well. If you have any questions for me, happy to answer them on a special weekend session, and leave it in the comments. There's one or two people looking at these videos. I have no idea who they are. So if you're out there, I'd love to hear from you. Maybe in a couple of weeks when I'm thinner, I'll give you some motivation to get off the couch and do something if you need a little motivation. There are people, speaking of that I saw pre-pandemic that decided, hey, I'm gonna lose weight during the pandemic. And I was like, oh man, me too. I didn't, and they did. I'm like, if you just start and don't look back. That old saying about you got to get committed enough to where you don't see the land anymore behind you, and you're going to be out on the ocean before you can see the land in front of you. So hang in there, my friend. Hang in there.